Hello YouTube and welcome back. So in this video all I basically did for this one is all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a patrolling unit, and they go around and they continue to patrol the entire area. I also set the HMG group to go down to a point and then come back and then go down. They're basically just a patrol on that road. And for this demonstration, to show you what happens, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to become this gunner. And he'll tell me to get in, because I'm not the group lead.
Move up. Board that vehicle. Move 800 meters east.
Solid copy.
So let's get in.
Waiting. Standing by.
Okay, everybody's aboard. Let's fast forward. And he does do this little thing where he drives off the road. Up here, I think. Yeah, right here. Oh, he's actually doing it this time. Crazy. It actually worked. Last time I did it, it just drove on the bank and completely messed up. But maybe it was because the other guy wasn't in it and I was the officer. Now you drive back. And if the entire group doesn't get in it, you'll have a guy walking down the road. And then he comes back down to the next waypoint. Then he'll turn around and he'll go back. The next one I'm going to show you is going to be these guys. Let me drag my little character down here. Become the player. Let's come in here.
Form column. Move up.
And if you don't know, the plus and minus key on the keyboard are your fast forward and return back to normal mode. So let's go like this. I wish I could go faster, but can't. You know, only go 4 times as fast. And if you notice, their guns are down, they're walking, they look like an actual patrol. I didn't know you could walk over those. So once they get over here, and see, they've come back. Now they're going back. And this is where they started. So they walk around. They kind of widen their area a little bit, but that's okay. And they'll continue doing this until they are engaged.
One. Check your goddamn fire.
Okay, well I can't. Maybe if I'm an enemy I can show you. I'll show you what happens if I'm an enemy. Let's become a sharpshooter. And I'll place me up here on the hill, so I can get a decent line of sight. I'll be this guy right here. And you can watch my horrible shooting skills. See? Right there. So I guess I have them set to fire, not to fire until, or not to wait. So I did mess that up. Do not fire unless fired upon is what I want to set them to. And then everybody should start shooting at me whenever I... See, I should be able to just walk in there. Oh. Somebody is set wrong. I'm not sure who, though. Because I don't want them to shoot at me. Do not fire unless fired upon. Keep formation. They're set the same. Do not fire unless fired upon. Why isn't it let me change his? Oh, do not fire unless fired upon. Everybody's set the same except for probably me. Yep. It's probably me. I'm probably the only one. Let's try this again. I don't think they can sense me aiming at them. That's weird. Somebody's seeing me, and I don't want them to. I just want to be able to look. They're not following the ROE. Oh. Do not fire unless fired upon. I think all these guys are... Yep. So I think all of these guys are all messed up. It's pretty bad just for the demonstration I messed up, huh? Demonstration is going to take longer than the video does. Somebody saw me. Okay, anyway. You get the picture. It's not like they're not supposed to shoot at me anyway. Okay, well anyway, we're going to set up 2 patrols. And that's about it for this particular section of waypoints. I'm going to go over waypoints, the cycle waypoint, and basically just the patrol. You need to go away. Okay, so let's go up here. Okay, so here we are. So now we have our 2 patrolling units that we're going to set up. One thing I found out that if you just select the driver, okay, and you tell him to drive, he's going to leave his units behind. So if I if I set the waypoint there, let me become the officer again. Drag me out here so I can show you. I'm going to set a waypoint here that's close to him, and I'm just going to set one right there. And see, he just kind of drove off and left his people behind. And then they're going to follow him, casually, walking. Okay, so in order to fix that, I found that instead of selecting the entire, or instead of just selecting the driver, select the entire group for the motorized people, and set your waypoints like that. Now, to set a waypoint, there's two ways of doing it. You can double click, or you can click on your character, come up and press F4 or go to Waypoints, and then scroll, look through all of these until you find a move waypoint, and then select it that way. Easiest way to do it is just shift and right click. And the first one you want to set near him, and the reason is because he's going to move to that first waypoint before they get in, I'm pretty sure. So let me see. If I set this one up the road some, let's go in for demonstration and purposes only. See, he's going to drive up, and then they're going to casually walk up. I thought. That's weird. I know I selected the whole group. Group, right click, shift, right click. Well, anyway, I'm going to set one close to him, and then I'll set another one up here. And if we go in to watch this, something's wrong. Maybe it's because I have, oh, keep formation, I think is what I did wrong. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set my waypoints up. Hopefully they'll get in there. So all you have to do, now there's two ways of doing this. Now, if I would just set this waypoint right here, he's going to turn around and take the closest route. But what I want to do is I want to set waypoints along this road. And I want him to come all the way out there. So I'm basically going to tell him which direction to go by placing waypoints along the road. And you want to make sure you set waypoints along the intersections as well, because if you don't, then they're going to take the quickest route. Now, the last waypoint I set is going to be right here. And what I want to do is I'm going to double click on it, scroll up under waypoint type, and click cycle. Now what's going to happen? Where are you going? And why are they still there? He just kind of left them. So something is wrong. Because I want them to... Okay, so something is terribly wrong here. So what if I click on the team leader? That's why. Because he's not the team leader, he's just the driver. So I want the team leader. You always want to make sure that you select the team leader. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. Click move, and then move. I don't understand what's going on. The other one I did work just fine. They should automatically just get inside the vehicle. And I should be able to just select the group.
Check your goddamn fire!
Yeah. So this is taking longer than I thought. Let me go and check see what I did differently over here. Slow, safe, do not fire unless fired upon, keep formation. And everything else is the same there. Okay. Do not fire unless fired upon, keep formation, safe, limited. I know I selected the group. I wonder if this is a different type of group than I have over there. Let's find out. I'm going to go ahead and delete these guys away from the hunter. Let's go and select my motorized infantry again. Motorized team. No. HMG team, because that's exactly what I have over there. Spin these guys around. That is really weird. Like, really, really weird. There's a thunderstorm going on. What if I just select the hunter? Charlie 3-1. Select them as a group and move them up there. I should not have to tell them to get in that vehicle. They should just automatically do it. Maybe it's because they're not driving very far. There we go. Okay, that's why. So let's return to the editor. Okay, so I figured out what's wrong. If they're not moving very far, they're not going to get inside that vehicle. So let's come back down to him. Should have known that. Let's change their actions to limited. Do not fire unless fired upon, and save. Okay, so I want him. I'm going to set the first waypoint really close, and the reason is because of the layout I want to do. The next one I'm going to do is going to be right here, here, there, yeah. And he's going to drive over there, drive right there, here, here, and then I'm going to set a waypoint right here. Change this one to cycle, and then it'll link back to that one. So now, if I change to, say, no, I don't need to. So now he's going to move up a little bit. Let me turn my volume up. I think that's what's wrong. Yep. What's going on, people? And nobody's doing what I want them to do. So let's not move him right there. Let's move him up a hair. I don't get it. Turn to editor. Now let's watch. Okay. So I'll delete this one. Let's try this. Get in the fucking vehicle. Alright, let's try this again. I'm going to set a waypoint here. Here. And right there. Change this one to cycle. And hope for the best. There they go. Thanks. That didn't make my day. So apparently they're just gonna drive through. Come on. You know, I never had this problem with CSAT. What's your ordeal? Yeah, I've never had this problem with this before, ever. Maybe they have to be like a certain ways away? Okay, there they go. Now I'll go to spectator mode. Wow. You guys are brilliant, let me tell you. Like, brilliant. Bohemia. Spend more time on this. Please. Well, that's nice. Oh yeah, I forgot you can't drive over that anyway. That's my bad. Should have known that. So let's delete all these. And we'll have them patrol a little bit different of an area. Okay. So we're going to have him come over here. Actually, the very first one should be to get in. Okay, I'm just going to change that to get in nearest for right now. Shouldn't have to do that though. Change this one to cycle. Bring my character over here.
Wilco!
I've been having trouble with this. Even like during the campaign and crap. Of units following orders.
Copy that.
Okay. So they're all gonna they're all gonna drive down there. And they'll come back. I didn't have to use that get in command. I just did it, hoping it would help it a little bit, and looks like it did. Now they're going to drive over them. Nope. Drove around. And then they're going to continue. Okay. So now we have our vehicle patrol. Now these guys, to make them look more formidable with the patrol, I'm going to make them limited. They're going to be safe. And do not fire unless fired upon, keeping formation in a column. Let's do file, because column's too far back. So let's do file. And then let's set up theirs. Now what I can do with him is I can just choose the team lead and have him walking around. And hopefully he doesn't like run into him or anything. And set one here and then choose cycle. And that'll link it to where he is. Okay. So now I should be able to kind of just follow them around. And they'll actually do what I'm telling them to do.
Hold fire. Form file. Move up. Solid copy.
You're next. There he goes. And he'll go around. Let's go to spectator mode. And you can't change speed inside spectator mode, so... Third person camera, if you select a unit, it'll focus on them. That's kind of cool. Didn't know about that. And you can go third person. And then you can first person mode. And there he goes again. And that's setting up patrols. Sorry it took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. Shouldn't have taken that long just for 2 patrols. So if you notice I did something wrong, or if an easier way to do stuff, by all means let me know. But the purpose, just keep in mind that the purpose of this was just waypoints. I know there's some easier ways to do it, but I just wanted to do it by waypoints on this one. You can also set up, for instance, what I'm going to be doing in the next video is I'm going to have these guys are going to come out here, and he's going to meet up with them. So I'll go ahead and set up a waypoint right here. Actually, not right there. I want to give him a name. So I'm going to give him the name. He's going to be called Pilot. Pilot 1. And his call sign will be, we'll just call him Viper 1 for the heck of it. Viper 1 and the call sign will all be the same. Okay, and then I want him to casually walk to the door, come over here, over here, to the door, out the door, and I want him to come over here. Okay, so let's check this out real quick. I just thought of this, so, and this is going to be needed for the next one, and it'll finish up the whole
Hold fire. 2. Engage at will.
the whole thing of this here, so. Should come out anytime. Speed up time a little bit. There he comes. So he's going to walk out there. And basically what I want him to do is when he gets out here, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to link up groups. So, through waypoints. So he's going to come over out here and he's going to kind of talk to me. These guys are all going to be over there. And then what I want them to do when he gets here, we're going to do a little bit of scripting as well. They're all going to come and they're going to join him when he gets here. So, hopefully that works. I will test it out at the other site, so hopefully it'll work just as good as it does over there, or just as good here as I get it to work over there. So if you see anything that you want to see more of, let me know. And as always, comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.